Alright, everyone, good morning. My name is Muhammad Hussein. In this occasion, I'd like to tell you my greatest experience in my life, and it's all about the way I'm teaching in a very remote area in South Sumatra. It was in 1998, right after I graduated from my technical high school, and it was not at the moment that mostly teenagers wanted to be. I went to South Sumatra in 1998 for working as carpenter with my uncle, and at that moment, some people over there believed in me that they wanted me to be a teacher, the profession that I never even imagined before. For that occasion, so I dedicated my life to be a teacher at a very, very young age. So from that moment on, I committed myself to be a teacher at elementary school. To be sure, and surprisingly, that I taught the subject that mostly teachers over there hated very much. I taught Arabic, I taught science, I taught mathematics. From that concept, or from that moment on, I tried to implement what I had in my pastime to teach my kids about those three subjects. So, I just tried to do my best teaching mathematics, teaching Arabic, and teaching science. Let me tell you how it was going on that moment. I taught in elementary school, and that happened at noon. Could you imagine? It started at 1 o'clock p.m. and it ended at 5 o'clock p.m. at noon. Therefore, I needed to go to school at about 30 minutes past 12 p.m. And from that kind of situation, I faced so many challenges. Among other things were all about the very sunny day, and it was very, very hot, and therefore my situation was full of sweat because of that. If I was very lucky because of that kind of situation, but somehow I was not very lucky because at one different occasion I had to experience the moment in which I had raining right at the moment I went to the school. That was really, really hard because I had to take bicycle for my transportation to go to the school in the distance about 3 kilometers away from my uncle's house. And could you imagine the bike I used? The bike was full of rush. The bike had no brake. The bike was not really bike that you could ever imagine. So that kind of thing was really hard thing in my life. Going that way, right after I arrived at school, I faced so many charming faces, and at that moment, I considered that the kids are all amazing. But somehow that was not as I predicted. The kids were low in quality. So they got so many problems in mathematics. They got so many problems in science. Or even they got many problems in Arabic. So I started teaching them such kind of very basic principles in mathematics, very basic principle in science, and very basic principle in Arabic. And that was really hard. Therefore, I had to do such kind of my best effort to make sure that my student or my kid can even understand what I have to give them all about. Frankly speaking, it was really, really hard. Again, somehow I just tried to do my best with a very strong commitment to build among my mates. I got 2 friends and they're all females, so I was the only male teacher at that school. So we tried to share what we had to do and what we have to teach to my students. We just tried to organize what we have to teach them, and in such cases and such moment, we made such meeting to organize what we have to teach the following day. That kind of thing basically was not really relevant about what we had been doing so far, because when you imagine that your hard effort should be appreciated with such kind of big salary, somehow I did not receive any big salary. It was very, very low salary. Therefore, having that kind of situation was not all about the money, but this was all about the dedication. This was all about commitment. This was all about how we have to transfer the knowledge that we had to other people. Hoping that my very short experience telling you all about this kinds of thing will be even very beneficial. At last, I have to say that this kinds of experience in my life was not as easy as everyone thinks about. So this was really hard thing in my life, and this was a moment that needed a very strong commitment, loyalty, integrity, and a very, very hard effort. By doing this case, I would like to recommend to young people, especially those who are graduating from senior high school, to have a very strong spirit to share with other people. Hoping that this very short experience that I told you all about will be something motivating, will be something inspiring to other people. Nice to see you anyway. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.